Today, I want to talk about something really important that nobody talks about. Because if it was talked about enough, most of the world wouldn't be in so much dissatisfaction, not feeling satisfied with where they are, and always in this pursuit of the destination, which is messing up their mental health. And so I noticed this thing, and I found out that it is so true to actually lean into the concept that I'm about to share now than the concept that we have been following all our lives. So there's something that's called the in-between season, as you already know, but you don't know the importance of not only the importance of the season, but you don't know how important it is to actually put all your mind focusing on just this season. Stay with me on this one. And I think this is why most of the people feel lost. Everyone talks about achievements, about glow-ups, milestones, and highlights, and oh, I finally made it. We all have heard these things. But no one talks about the path before that. And of course, with all these highlights, people are now sharing a bit of their reality and the real path and the hardships that they followed. Sure, I'm talking about this in-between season where you are not exactly the person that you've been all your life, but you're also not fully the version of you that you want to become. So you're in this in-between space, which is why I want to tell you that you are not failing, you are not behind, you are just in the in-between space, in the proper terms called the liminal space. And this liminal space, it's quiet, it's confusing. It is actually what you're already feeling, that I don't know what I'm doing and I'm not the person that I always used to be, but I'm also not fully there. And so you have this confusion, this sense of stagnation, and it feels very iffy and icky, or just confused in a weird way is the description of a liminal space. And that's why I wanted to make this video, to actually tell you that there's nothing wrong with you. You're exactly in the in-between season where you're transitioning from your old self to your new self. And of course, that path, you have to walk it, which is what you're doing right now, which is why you don't feel quite there yet, but you also know that you have definitely changed in ways compared to how you used to be earlier. So people assume that something is wrong with them. And then I realized that what if nothing was wrong at all? It's the whole point of the journey. And so here's what actually we do wrong, which is chasing the wrong moment. We're all about destinations, about having X amount of money, about settling down and having businesses set up and financial freedom. And this is not just your fault, because we're taught to chase the destination, the result, the highlight. We treat happiness like something that starts after we arrive at that point. That's how we treat happiness. So when we're in the middle, working, waiting, learning, outgrowing, we rush through it. Isn't this what you and I as well have been doing all our lives? And I don't have any problem in admitting it, because the more you accept yourself, the more you'll then be able to change yourself. If you just keep ignoring the facts of your life, if you just keep ignoring what has your pattern been all this while, then you won't be able to quite rectify it if you're just not ready to see it. Including myself, I have always been running and rushing and thinking, why is it not here yet? Why am I not there yet? And it felt like being happy in the process is weird, because what have I achieved in life anyway for me to be this joyful and happy all the time? And I should be focused and locked in, and so I don't deserve this emotion just now. This is how we youngsters think, as if happiness is a part of something to survive than to actually live it. And here's the truth no one tells you. This in-between season, the liminal space, that is 90% of your life, everybody's life. And now if you do the math, we have all been chasing the 10%, which is the highlights, the achievements, the milestones, the money, the settlement, the traveling every other month, and all those glorious things, glamorous things. That's the 10% that you achieve later on, in whichever shape or form. But the liminal space, you in this journey of growth, is and always be 90% of your life. Because life is about learning, okay? And you learn a number of things throughout the process in different fields, sectors, emotions, or quests. And that's how, after a journey, you have a milestone. And so if you just keep focusing on the milestones, then you are just ignoring the entire path, which is 90% of your life. And the moment I actually logically understood it, it felt surreal, eye-opening, fascinating, and mind-boggling to me, that it literally makes so much sense. And I was like, okay, so I'm not behind, I'm not failing, I'm certainly not a failure. And this weird thing, I finally have a term for it, which is called liminal space, which is very logical. It's a psychological and an actual term to describe that you are not who you used to be, but you're also not quite there yet, which is what I've been feeling for so many years now. And now I know that it's just a part of the process. And in fact, this is the part that you need to enjoy the most, because you must have heard, it's not about the destination, it's about the journey. And so I started looking at it differently. And here's how my poetic heart saw through this, that we have always been so hyper-fixated on destinations and achievements that after learning this concept of liminal space and how it is the majority of our lives, logically and sensibly, it's like the destination that we were always so obsessed with, even right now, because it doesn't change overnight. The destination is just a full stop. It's just a dot. But the sentence, the journey that we embark, the journey that we grow through, that changes us as a person for the better, that brings us closer to the future version of ours, that teaches us so much that our wisdom keeps getting replenished and increased more and more with every challenge or situation or life lesson that we encounter. And that journey is the sentence. And the sentence has meaning, whatever it may be. It evokes emotions in the reader's heart. It carries a meaning. The different words of the sentence come together to make a whole different meaning. And so the sentence can always be changing, which is also how we embark on different journeys related to the different paths that we take in life. It's really about the sentence. It's really about the journey that adds meaning into our life. And the destinations, the milestones that you're so fixated on, which is literally driving you crazy, that you think that you don't deserve to be happy just yet, just because you haven't achieved it yet. It's not true, because it's just a full stop. It's just a dot at the end of a meaningful sentence. And so the journey, the sentence, is the emotion, the meaning, the character development. And the journey is where you become someone. It's not after you've achieved certain somethings, whatever that sentence was, but it's the journey that builds you as a person. The destination is just a physical manifestation of your consistency and perseverance. But the journey is where you build resilience, you learn self-trust, you test your limits, you soften and strengthen at the same time. The destination, as I said, is just a representation of what has already changed and grown inside of you as a person, as a soul. And so, finding light. If you're here, not done, not certain, not celebrated yet, you think that you are not worth anything just because you haven't achieved certain things, I just want to tell you, you're not behind. You're in the most important chapter of your life. This season is forming your voice. It's creating and adding and replenishing your wisdom. You're growing as a person as we speak to each other. Okay, and tomorrow, day after, it's not about procrastination. Like, if you take action, of course, then it will of course fuel you to become better. But if you keep wasting time and days, you'll still be on this journey, but it is gonna be extended and stretched multifolds, which we don't want. So stop procrastinating, stop doom scrolling. But I just want to say that this journey of you that you are in is really important. And it's not about the destination, it's about the journey. And now that I look back at this profound quote, I understand the meaning of it in a much more deeper way. Because one day you will miss who you were becoming in this journey. So slow down, look around, look at your life. Okay, look at your life, look at where you've come. There would be definitely something, at least 3 things that you have it better today. Okay, so stop bashing yourself so much that, oh, if I look around in my life, I haven't done anything and I even procrastinate, I scroll, there's nothing good. No, there would be at least one thing. And I'm saying there would be 3 things at least that you have better today. It could be the space you're living in, or even internally, that you used to be really impulsive about certain things and now you have if not mastered, but you are calmer now. Like, I used to get angry a lot, but now I am really calm, and oh, it's 4:44 as I say this. So see, synchronicity. Appreciate yourself more for where you are. You know how it's like in gratitude, you should be grateful for all the things that you have. You should also be grateful for all the lessons that you've learned in your life till this point, and for all the lessons that you're about to learn. Because that's what makes your life rich. It's not X amount of money. I know money is important. We all want to be rich, and we will be. But in pursuit of that, don't forget to live your life now. Because this journey, this part, is your story. This is building your story. Not the destination, that's only a physical manifestation, but this journey, how it's building you brick by brick, that is creating your story. And so this is your in-between season, the real and your real life. And it's doing more for you than you realize. So enjoy, grow, smile, live. You matter more than you think. Okay, and so there's nothing wrong with you. Remember this term, liminal space. Google it out, learn more about it, and it will answer all your questions like it did for me. And then you realize that there was nothing wrong with you. Okay? I'll see you in the next one. I'm Mani. Thank you for watching Mani's Comfort Diary, and I wish you all the best.